Today I want to talk about the Infj, the idealist. Now, when they start their life, they have a certain expectation of the human race. They have pretty much expectations that the human race is more functioning, that parents and teachers and friends and just people in general are more helpful, are more respectful, are more functioning in their life. But they get a dose of reality when they realize that their idealistic views, as they are children hoping everybody thinks like they are, they have a rude awakening when they realize that the world is more harsh and cruel and more dysfunctional than it is. And they look at history books and they look at other countries and they look at the wars and the things that happen and the famines and the sufferings that people have inflicted upon each other, and it horrifies them. But this is a dose of reality. Early on in their life, they have to see it for what it is. And then they realize they're in it. They're part of this. They're actually in this world. And it's nothing like they would have thought. Okay? So they have to survive this world. They grow up just trying to adapt into this world and not to be consumed by it. Now, some may. Some may just go right and be consumed into the malice of the world and the chaos as to what it is, but some try to maintain their idealistic view, their decency. And a lot of times they might try to shed that little bit of decency, that warmth, that compassion within their hearts to what small piece and fragment that they occupy in this universe, into this world. And a lot of times they see it. They can see their impact, but it's not enough. It's not on a worldview. So they go through their life just doing that, maintaining. And a lot of times they just do their life. They stay isolated. They stay away. People drain them, so they kind of stay in the background, out of the main focus of the world, out of the main society. And that's the way they live their life. That's why INFJs are the way they are. Now, they try to actually envelop their own version, their idealistic world, into their world when they realize they can't change the world, but they just try to change themselves. And they want to make sure that whatever world that they're occupying in is this way. So that's why they retreat. That's why they isolate, because at least they have one thing they can control, and that's themselves. And their idealistic world that they want, that they view, that they envision is all they can control. So they pull back into their own selves, their own lives, and live the rest of their lives basically alone, a little bit like hermit-like, because that's all they want. They want that peace. They want that utopian vision that they've seen in their head, but they can't do it with the world. But they know all they have are themselves that can fulfill it.